The U.S. Open teed off just a short time ago at Oakmont Country Club, just outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Joining us now to talk all things golf is Mike Whan, USGA CEO. Are you near any of the rough, Mike?
No, luckily, I'm about 20 yards away from not being able to see my feet, but we've got some pretty incredible ingredients today. Blue skies at Western PA, one of the toughest golf courses in the world. 156 athletes that made one of these tee times. 10,200 tried to get here. 156 got one, and some of the best TV coverage in the world. So it's going to be quite a day.
Can you describe? I tried to explain to someone you can't just grow grass 5 inches high and say, okay, we've got some good rough, because then the grass, it lays down, and that, the ball would lay on top of it, and you'd be able to hit flyers and stuff like that. So there was a method to and it is total madness, I'm told, but there was a method to the madness of how you got this rough like it is.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of people watching us cut the rough. For the first time in my memory, a lot of people out there watching cut the rough. So they blow it, get it to stand up. They top it off at 5 inches, but they don't cut it down to 2 and let it grow back up to 5. They just keep topping it off at 5. So if you think about it, the base, it just keeps getting thicker and thicker. So it really makes it difficult to get a club head through the ball. But it is amazing if you come out here and watch these athletes. I mean, what you and I could not do, they can. But yeah, it's a maddening situation. And if you don't keep your ball in the fairway this week, you're probably not going to be with us this weekend.
It's not like you can hit a 7-iron off the tee either, I don't think, because it's not a short golf course either.
Well, remember, we're trying to create golf's toughest test. We really want people, when they finish here on Sunday and lift that trophy, they want to feel like they beat the toughest field. They played on the toughest test, and they hit every club in the bag. They got the club between their ears dirty. Like, this is going to be an exhausting one. The person who probably controls his emotion as well as his game probably has the best chance here. But, yeah, this isn't an every week thing. They don't do this every week. But this week is golf's toughest test.
The court, Oakmont, got to be, it's got to be top 5, top 3. It's just amazing. It's fun. And there's the church pew. What is that? Is that 3 or 4? I've played and not well.
3, yeah.
Yeah, but you get in there and it's how long the par you got a par 3 that's almost 300 yards, don't you?
Yeah, it's listed at 299, although I think it'll probably creep over 300 a day or two. It's this was designed to be tough. The phones came here and decided they were going to build one of golf's greatest challenges, and then over the last 100+ years, they've continued to build on that strategy. So yeah, the greens are rock hard and fast. The fairways are fast too, which on one side is really good because your ball will roll out. On the other side, what you'll see here more than any other place is once a player hits the ball, how long they watch it. A lot of times they'll just pick up the tee and walk away. But this is not about where your ball lands. This is about where your ball finishes. So the anxiety while your ball's in the air of not just where it's going to come down, but more importantly where it's going to roll out. Because if it rolls out, it doesn't stay in the fairway, you're in a different situation. Same on the greens. It's not about where your ball hits on the green. It's about where it finishes on the green. So there's a lot of anxiety even after the shot is struck.
I'm getting anxious. And then, you get to enjoy the church pews twice. You get it coming and going, which is brutal. What are the greens? You said how it's a survival. Do you remember Retief where was that, Shinnecock or something? Just watching that was just mind-boggling. I think it could be like that this time. The greens are just as bad, too, aren't they? What are they running?
Yeah, I mean, well, I would tell you that they're running at championship speed because they'll change a little bit throughout the days. But it is a real test, and it's a physical test. But I would say this week it's probably just as mental as it is physical. You're going to get bad breaks. You're going to get a few good ones.
How's the weather?
Well, the weather looks really good today and tomorrow.
Go on.
I think in the weekend we're probably going to see a storm or two. Hopefully we're not going to see a little electricity. I'm guessing if you're one of the players that has a tee time, a little rain or two probably would make your day. Soften it up a little bit, make sure the green's a little bit more receptive.
Yeah.
If we don't get any rain over the course of the 4 days, then we just get a little bit harder, a little bit firmer, a little bit bouncier every day, and that just ratchets up the anxiety a little bit more.
Could you give me 3 guys that you expect that their game allows them to finish in the top 20 so I can do something on DraftKings with you?
Can you pick my bets for me?
This It's funny. I was the commissioner of the LPGA for 12 years, and I always said the one question I should never answer is picks, because that's a great way to stop having that job. But this is going to be a place where somebody can really keep their ball in play and in front of them, and somebody who's a really good lag putter, a Xander Schauffele kind of guy. Obviously, Scotty Scheffler has lapped the field, and the question is, can anybody catch him? But there's a lot of players that sort of almost enjoy the grind of this is tough. Patrick Cantlay, Xander, where I think some players probably played a practice round here and started thinking about the toughness. Other players probably played a practice round and started thinking, I'll bet there's a lot of players that are already mentally concerned about this. And so I think the people that really like the slow plotting, think every shot through, are really going to enjoy this test, because this test tests you mentally as much as it does physically. I
can't believe I put $10 on Bryson. I mean, but he could hit an 8-iron on that par 3, his 300-yard bet. I mean, that might help. That might help a little. Not an 8-iron, but
well. In fairness to your bet, the last time we played a course probably with rough like this was 2020 at Wingfoot, and Bryson raised the trophy that week. So I can't help you with your betting for all kinds of legal reasons, but that's probably not a terrible choice on your part. Plus, Bryson just continues the top 5, and he's our defending champion of the U.S. Open that we played in Pinehurst last year. So he comes in here probably with a ton of confidence and a ton of belief.
The long sand shot heard round the world, which I don't think he's been able to even repeat it. I think he went back and tried, and the shot can't be done, I don't think. I could talk all day, Mike. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, we had a gathering there at Pinehurst about 6 months after the shot. Late at night, it was a black tie affair, and by the end of the night, everybody in their tuxedo was down in that bunker trying to hit that shot. Not a great idea, because all the windows of the clubhouse are just behind the green, so I had a few repairs to make. But when you stand in that bunker and you look up at 57 yards straight uphill with nothing but a glass green running back into the bunker, I was nervous, and it was a Friday night in a tuxedo. Can't imagine how he pulled that off.